Well, it's Pistol Pete, Mr. Loa, Smoking Lojas in the house. We're coming through YouTube straight into your house. Bringing all the gossip and the news, and we're loud. So sit back, pop a cold one. The P Street Podcast is on now.
Yo. Welcome to P Street Podcast. This is Smokey Lonjas.
It's your boy Pistol Pete.
Mr. Loa.
Tony Trujillo.
Hey, but you got it we never told him he needs to give us his name.
Oh, yeah, I gotta come up with a nickname.
You can do that at the end, right? Your sign off, right?
I got you.
Yeah. Let's go. So here we are. Here we are again. Welcome back. P Street Podcast.
Were you using that intro?
Yeah, that's it. It's on.
We're
rolling.
We're rolling.
There's no more cuts and nothing.
No,
it's on. They're
go.
watching us.
Mike's working. Let's
That's
do it.
Except for Smokey. We
No,
gotta be careful.
actually, I was gonna say his name for him since I know him from football.
Okay, what you got?
Big T.
Big T.
There you go. Hey, I'll take that.
Heck yeah.
I've been that all my life. So
Hell yeah,
let's do it.
let's
Let's
go.
keep
I like
it.
it.
Let's keep it rolling.
I like it.
So
You know,
we
unless-
got Big T in the house.
Unless I lose, like, I'm trying to lose weight, so maybe I lose like 100 pounds. It might change. We'll see.
Lowercase
We'll see what
T.
happens. Yeah, man.
No, here we are with Tony Trujillo, County Commissioner, Precinct 4, you said?
Yeah, running for County
Running for
Commissioner,
County
Precinct 4.
Commissioner. That's
Yes, sir.
right, yeah. I'm just trying to
No
Nostradamus
problem.
here,
Hey,
right?
let's
So it's this podcast pretty much about you, right? So give us your little 4-minute speech, who you are, what
Introduction.
you're about.
for sure.
It's
man.
all you.
Thanks. First off, thanks for coming over here, man. Thanks for giving me the platform to be able to speak to the people. I'm Tony C. Trujillo. I'm born and raised here in Pecos. I know all you guys. We went to school. Graduated 2003. Went off to college. Played some ball. Played a little bit. Got that out of my system. Moved back to Pecos. Got married. Then I started working in my family land surveying business. Helping my dad out, doing ins and out, just learning the profession. Since then, I worked there 16 years, and learned a lot. Learned a lot about surveying. How it goes kind of hand in hand with what the county needs, or to say, like, it goes hand in hand with infrastructure. And learning surveying, you learn a lot about rules and regulations and what municipalities need, what different counties and things like that, what they're asking for. So I think those two things kind of go hand in hand. Also with my dad, he was the ex-commissioner here before he passed away. For 12 years, I worked here with him, and during that whole time, he kind of showed my sister and I and anyone who would listen to him, the ins and outs of what was going on with the county. So I think that's kind of shaped me and kind of helped me and kind of prepared me, to run for office. So I think it's helped me out a lot. So that's why I kind of feel like I'm ready to run. You're never, I think, 100% ready to do something, but I chose to run because I just told myself, what do I have to lose? Why not? You have the knowledge. I feel, even though we think we're young, we're not getting that much younger. We're in our early 40s, and I kind of feel like it's time for our generation to kind of take the reins for this community. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I want to do, and kind of lead the way. If I can inspire, even though I don't win, hopefully I can kind of, inspire somebody, maybe one of y'all, somebody, in the community that's, around our age or even younger, not to be afraid to kind of jump into politics. I know it's a lot to kind of put yourself out there, but, jumping in a race and getting to know people, and you kind of hear the ins and outs, attending meetings, and you learn a lot. You know what I mean? Especially like seeing that maybe some problems you think can be easily fixed is not as easy as you think. It's a group effort a lot of the time. So yeah, that's where I stand on that.
I got a question for you, Tony, man. What do you feel, man? Like, how much pressure do you feel having to feel like your dad's shoes, continuing the legacy?
Yeah.
Like, do you feel a lot of pressure?
No, I mean, I don't see that as pressure. I kind of see it as like, like motivation. Like, I'm proud of it. Whenever they come and tell me, like, man, your dad was this, he was a good commissioner. Like, man, it makes me proud, 100%. just to kind of live in his shoes. But at the same time, I kind of want to make my own legacy. I want to be my own man. I want to make waves myself, kind of like he did. So that's kind of why another reason I want to jump into it. I don't like mentioning my dad a lot, like when it comes to political slogans or even just anything in general. If they ask me about it, I'm cool talking about it. It's no problem. It's kind of a sensitive topic to me. It's more personal, not really sensitive, I would say, just more personal. But shoot, he was a stand-up dude. He was a voice of the people, and hopefully, I can step in and be that voice that Precinct 4 deserves.
That's good.
I like it. Thanks for that. Yeah.
So I was gonna ask, because I'm always the one to throw the curveball. Being out there, being out there, does it work? Yeah. Damn, I'm sorry.
Right.
Hey, being out there, right? You started the voting starting yesterday, right?
Yes, sir.
Being out there, how is it like when you're out there, like with other people? Like you gotta stay out there. You gotta.
Oh man, they're like stay out there while I was voting going on.
Yeah.
I don't have time to be out there all day, man. I kind of step in there and you just put a sign. I still have a full-time job and I have a family. I can't be out there full time. So it's kind of tough to do that. I plan on having like designated days to kind of stay out there a little bit and greet people and things like that. But I'm sorry, if you don't see me out there a lot. I'm just trying to hold the fort here and just kind of maneuver a bunch of things that got going on in my life too.
Hey, just I've never really had this conversation with others that do the voting and being out there, and I know I see them out there when I go,
sure.
right? And it's like, and then so that's great. So down to earth, real answer, right? I'm busy. The first thing that I thought of was like, how is your business gonna affect if elected? How are you gonna manage that time being the commissioner?
Yeah, I mean, man, just when you're a commissioner, you're open 24/7, 365. You know what I mean? And I kind of understand that, and I've seen that, and I know what the dedication takes. I wouldn't have jumped in it not knowing that. You know what I mean? And your phone's always going to be open. It never closes. Things come up whenever, holidays, things like that. It's just different topics and just trying to balance it the best I can. I mean, just you really don't know till you're in it. As far as like the day-to-day stuff here, it's an 8 to 5 job. Pretty much most of the time.
Right.
I'm here Monday to Friday, and being that I do work for myself, I have that flexibility to, like, if I need to step away and kind of do things, I can do that. Luckily, I have a hell of a staff here that will hold it down, know what they're doing, and especially if I have to go to commissioner's court, things like that. I know that things are going to be running 100% here, so I can do 100% work for the county.
Nice.
Okay, so here comes some questions. Okay, so Precinct 4 takes care of what area of Pecos? Like from here or
yeah,
where is there?
Precinct 4, the dividing line for Precinct 4 is 6th Street. North of 6th Street, all the way down towards the east side, I want to say right before you get to Magnolia Street, and it cuts up. Everything within that area, so Magnolia Street back towards the west, 6th Street back towards the north, and 6th Street running all the way to where it hits Ross Boulevard. And then it cuts all the way down. You have all that area, Ross Boulevard area, all the way to where it hits Washington, where it hits Texas Street, everything to the east. I mean to the west of Texas Street. And you go all the way down to where it hits Veterans and everything west of that to Highway 17 and come back up. And when I mean north of 6th Street, everything that goes all the way, up to 85, all the way up F Street, all the north side, all the way up to you hit Orla. That's Precinct 4. It's a big area. It's huge. And even
Hey, I was thinking only Pecos, right?
Me
This is
too. I was
county.
thinking Pecos
and
too.
you got to realize Reeves County is a huge county as far as like landmass. It's huge,
Yeah,
and every commissioner, there's 4 commissioners. Everyone has a big area. Precinct 2 is all of, think about it, it's all of here, all the way down, pretty much Highway 17, Balmorhea, all that area. Precinct, I don't know what is that precinct 2. I'm sorry. There's a precinct that encompasses Toya. You know what I mean? All through there. and all that area. I mean, Reeves County,
Hey, bro,
it's a big county. There's a lot of
Like,
stuff.
what kind of like responsibilities do you have with all that area, man?
If you know,
If
when
you get-
it
you know,
comes,
Yeah. Well, I mean, pretty much you represent that area. You know, it's your job to kind of go out there and kind of see what's going on out there. You know, if there's a complaint or like, just for an example, that's pretty much oil field country, right?
Gotcha.
Up there,
Yeah.
you know, so it's good to stay informed on what's kind of going on out there, you know,
Gotcha.
and not just here in the town,
Right.
but also out there. Say there's issues with county roads, you know, hey man, we have a lot of potholes in this road. We have a lot of
Yeah,
things
that's a
going
lot.
on, you know, and it's your job to kind of get coordinate with, you know, road and bridge here in the county, within the county, and let them know, hey, we have issues here. Can we take care of it? How can we take care of it? What do y'all need? All the way up in Orla, you know, all the way, and just voice those concerns. You know, some of like the roads up there, like 285, they're controlled by TxDOT. So we have to do a good job, you know, in coordinating with them and kind of making our needs known. And they've done a good job, I think, for the most part. You know, if you travel up there a lot, it's taken care of.
How do you make your needs known? Like, what's the process?
What you can do is you can put it on the agenda for commissioners court meeting and discuss that. You know, you have the right to open up that forum. You know, every first or every second and last Monday of the month is commissioners court. So you have time in between them there to see what you can put on the agenda, you know, and if there's matters of concern, you can put it to the agenda and just let it known that, hey, we need to take care of this. I need to coordinate with Road and Bridge. You know, hopefully we can allocate these resources to this area, and let's get it done. You know, these concerns, these people bringing it to my attention. That's what we mean by being a voice.
Gotcha.
You know, they come to you. Let them know, Commissioners Court. Let it be known in public, because it's public record, that there's these concerns, so that it's not, hey, did you tell them? No. Did you say this? Did you say that? No, it's in public record. It's right here.
Gotcha.
We talked about it here, and we're trying to get this thing fixed.
Do they also give you budgets for each one, or?
Yeah, I mean, they allocate a certain amount of money for the area. I can't tell you 100% sure how much money they allocate for it for your own special projects, but Road and Bridge does have a budget
Gotcha.
for the whole entire county. You know what I mean? There's hundreds of miles of county road to maintain, and you know, we go over that. That's part of being a commissioner also, is kind of going over like the budgets
Gotcha.
and stuff and
Do
making
you,
sure.
do you also work with the people with the construction on the highway at 25 and all that?
Not necessarily. I mean, if there's a certain issue that they bring to our attention, you know,
Gotcha.
usually, I mean, you let them do their work, you know,
Gotcha.
and you know, hopefully they do it to the standards of what is hired, what they're hired to do. If there's something that needs to be, you know, brought up through that chain of command,
Correct.
then you know it's something that we have to handle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, so yeah, man, that's a lot, man.
It is a lot.
that's
it's
a lot of responsibility, man.
Yeah, it's a big responsibility, man.
Hey,
But
so now you've been told, hey, we need this. You take it to commissioner's court, right? And then y'all talk about it, and then y'all all have to agree that we're gonna work on this, or is it like, hey, I'm gonna work on this, or how
No,
does that
it's kind of it just, I mean, it all depends, man, on what you don't all have to agree. You have to get the majority of vote. You know what I mean? So it's like, hopefully, you know, things you work, because everyone has their needs in their precinct, right? So we're all there just to work together and get all those needs taken care of. You know, hopefully everyone sees it the same way you do, as you see it them, the way they see it. You know what I mean? So, and at the end of the day, it's all our county. We all live there, right? We're all tax-paying citizens, and I believe that, you know, we should all work together. We not just
I didn't get
prior-
that. Can
not-
you try again?
You're welcome. Not
Yeah,
just
taking over.
not just prioritize one section of the county, you know, because the whole entire county, to me, is important and should be taken care of, you know, in a certain way.
gotcha, man.
Okay, what is your strategy for improving local infrastructure, like such as roads, parks, water, over
Yeah.
the next 4 years?
Yeah, you know, within the town, you know, a lot of it, as we know, it's controlled by the city, you know. So what we can do is kind of maybe come up with interlocal agreements with the city, and just them kind of, you know, talk about what they need, how we could step in and help them, whether it's with manpower or monetarily or, anything like within our budget. But I think Reeves County has, pretty good resources to where we can step in and kind of help out with some of that infrastructure that's kind of been lacking around the county.
Yeah, man.
And you asked like within 5 years of infrastructure?
Within 4 years. 4 years. Because I'm assuming
Man.
like when somebody wins, they're here probably for 4 years for commission, right?
Yeah.
So you have those 4 years.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Like
to
4 years sounds a lot, but when it comes down to like doing infrastructure, it's a very short amount of time.
Right.
You know what I mean? With getting things, on the agenda passed, things like that, you kind of need a little bit more. But that's where the cooperation between all the commissioners and like the county judge comes into play, so that we can know the needs and try to push things through. You know
Right.
what I mean? That's
pretty much like
that's all we can kind of hope to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like the 4 years, you kind of like get the ball rolling. And
Yes, get the ball rolling and just keep moving in the right direction,
Right.
and just get over those hurdles, those setbacks, those
Right.
things. And as you learn and the more experience, and hopefully, I can get in and just gain my experience and just kind of learn how to navigate through that stuff and get over those hurdles and push a lot of these projects forward.
Gotcha. Yeah. What is something that you would tell the people that voted for your dad to come to vote for you? Like, what's something you can tell them that my mindset is like the same as his? You know.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's, we kind of share a lot of the same things. He had a lot of projects that he wanted to continue doing that he would tell me about, but didn't. Just time and different hurdles and roadblocks coming in there. So hopefully, I can get in there and just kind of see that,
accomplish those things.
Yeah, accomplish a lot of those things. And I know we did a lot. Say for example, for the Northside Park, where the Northside Pool was.
Yeah.
He got a lot of that ball rolling on that. And it's come out nice. But I want to make it better. I want to do it. There's a space there, potentially, hopefully for community center, and then fixing up those basketball courts and making them a lot nicer.
What's your opinion on like things for like, I know we have the baseball fields and all that stuff over there, right? But like I'm saying, like besides that, bro, like what's your opinion on like something else for families to do besides just baseball and all that stuff over there?
Man, I think
like let's say like the movie theater that you know what I mean?
Yeah,
the forever movie.
Like
that'll be your area.
Man,
that'll be your area because it's 6th Street this way, right? That'll
well,
be
kind of like stuff like that. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. That has to come from private investment.
Private investors.
Yeah, like private investors, private people that want to. You don't want the government trying to take over too much of like
Gotcha.
a lot of these private. That can be a private business. You know what I mean? If someone feels that it can be a business or make money, then albeit, we can encourage that. Like, hey, come in here and do this. It can work. We feel, we can just sell the town. It's really up to them if they want to put resources into that. I don't think the county should really be up to them to kind of put their resources into making like a movie theater. You know what I mean? It's
Do you have?
It's tough to do that. You know what I mean? I don't even think we even have the authority to do that. To be honest with you.
Do you have like a certain goal or task or something you want to see get started and completed? Or
I'd like I'd like for a lot of like just walking the roads and just visiting people. I'd like to see a lot of maybe some of the northern part of town get curb and gutter going in there. You know what I mean? So why curb and gutter is to me is important is because when it's done right, a lot of that when it does rain in town, it makes a lot of mess in that area. You know what I mean? And coming out of people's houses, like it doesn't drain the way it needs to drain. A lot of the drainage naturally is going to drain towards the east part of town. And I think with curb and gutter, we can get a lot of that fixed and get some of that water run off the way it needs to be, so it doesn't cause puddles. And when you cause puddles for a long time, that's when you start causing potholes. It starts getting warped. It starts doing that, and we start doing patchwork stuff. It rains, it's gonna wash out. With the traffic we have in town, when it's not, it goes over and over. You're just going and just filling
Fixing the same.
Just a Band-Aid.
Yeah, just putting a Band-Aid on it, and with curb and gutter, you can put that, and it helps the water run to where it needs to run. And I think there's a lot of parts of town that need that.
That's good.
Especially like F Street. F Street, F Street's a small, narrow road. You know what I mean? But still, it can benefit from that.
Would that curb and gutter widen it some? Or is there because of property lines?
Yeah, property lines and stuff. It's gonna be hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like to do things like that. But I think there's other alternatives that we can look into.
I'm sorry, I have no idea, so I ask questions.
No, you're good, dude.
So the
No
property
problem.
line, right? Like, is there anything I think the term is like eminent domain or something? Is there something we could reach to the property owners? Like, can we have 3 feet or something?
There's ways to do it. You know what I mean? That's last resort type stuff.
Got you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When to me, whenever you want to start bringing in eminent domain type things, there's only a certain situations where eminent domain can be used, and really that. For me, honestly, that you want to use it for.
Yeah, I got you.
Not for
what about purchasing then?
That's an option also.
Yeah.
Purchasing a little bit more of the right of way. That's an option to do also. You know what I mean? We've seen that done. It's done a lot of times. It's done all over the state. To be honest with you,
Right.
Things like that. If it's a necessity to keep the people safe, then it's something that you could really look into and investigate. Yeah, man.
Because I'm just trying to understand. Because I try to. He asked the questions, and then some of the questions that I have here will be the top 3 priority as a city. Like, those are your goals. Like, you have goals here. Like, if you get re-elected, this is people that who had spoken to you and say, hey, you know what? If you win, we need this for the city. Have you got those type of people hey, if you win, Tony, can you please try to fix this?
Really, the main thing that I think, the main concern really that is brought to my attention is really just infrastructure things, like what I've just been talking about. You know what I mean? Honestly, going around and speaking to people, things have been pretty positive. You know what I mean? Just wishing me luck. There really hasn't been a lot of concerns brought to my attention,
Right.
to honestly, and I'd like to hear them, you know what I mean? If anyone else, wants to reach out to me or anything like that, I'm happy to hear. But like I said, I think fixing those issues will just kind of snowball into fixing a lot more other issues, and then it would just get better and just go from there.
The reason I was asking is because you know how I saw the meet the candidates, and I know it looked like somebody reached to one of your opponents was having complaints 285, and one of his answers was that if you vote for him, that he's going to make sure there's more patrol on 285 because people were speeding.
No, that's definitely something that we could look into and look into and reach out with the sheriff's office, and what we can do as commissioners and ask them, do y'all have the resources y'all need to patrol 285, the best way that we can, and what do y'all need to do that so that we can make this the safest highway in the oil field, and not just the oil field, the state of Texas, because there's a very vital highway, 285, right? I mean, it's vital. Think about it. All the workers that drive through there, from out of town, from all over the nation, go through there every single day and come through our town, and go out there to work. And that's really if you think about it, that's kind of like the lifeblood of America. You know what I mean?
That's
out
right.
there, so it's vital for us to get that thing taken care of, and for people to go out there and feel safe and want to go out there and work and be motivated and not worry about, dang, I'm going to go out there and am I going to come home today or anything like that? Because I've been out there too, a lot of the times, and there's ways that we could kind of work and make sure that our law enforcement and our ESDs have what they need so that they can take care of it.
So this is, I guess, the perfect one. Is there a plan for a loop? I know there's been talks and things and proposals. But is that something that you could help get?
Yeah,
pushed on?
from my understanding, there is a plan for a loop on the eastern part of the county.
Okay.
That's been in the talks for years, and I think they're in the final stages of really getting that thing pushed and finished up. You know what I mean? That loop's gonna be a game changer. Once it's finished, I think it's gonna run. 285 is gonna. I don't have a map in front of me. From what I can remember, from what I think it's gonna be, it's gonna connect 285 to the interstate and then all the way back to 17. You know, it's gonna cut through some of that area, and then it's gonna be, you know, when you're coming in from I-20, you can just get off on that loop and not have to drive into town. It's gonna relieve a lot of the. It's gonna relieve a lot of the 18-wheelers, a lot of the heavy equipment traffic to the town.
Like
You
the
know,
wide loads.
White loads, you
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
anything like that.
Otherwise,
Even
the
hot
roads-
shots, even things like that. You know, 'cause they carry. I mean, you go
Heavy
up and down the
machinery.
roads. It's heavy, man. Everything
really
is
heavy.
everything's super heavy,
Has
man.
there been any complaints from like businesses that don't want a loop? And then it's probably nothing you probably haven't.
I don't know, man. I don't think I honestly would. You know, it might help it because people might go to those businesses not knowing that they have to deal with the big rig traffic. You know what I mean? It
Finally,
might.
my favorite store's
Yeah,
open again
for
'cause
sure.
there's
It
no
might.
big dudes in the
Yeah, like things like that. You know, like, oh man, I don't want to go through there during this time of day at 7 because, you know, through even right now, you know, that's late at night. You know, from what 4:30 to like 7:30, 285 is. It's bumper to bumper. You know, it can get crazy. You know what I mean? So maybe that loop is gonna relieve some of that traffic. And during those time when people are home and people do have time on their hands,
Right.
they'll want to come over there and kind of take advantage of, you know, normal small town Pecos traffic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not have to go through that big stuff.
Sure, man.
You know.
That's good.
What do you-
Yeah, it's
Think,
no,
think,
no,
think,
no.
think, think.
Keep-
I know Smokey got something
go.
Smokey has some pretty
cooking.
good
He has something
questions.
cooking.
No, because
It's all good.
I read what I'm
Man, he
reading
had some
here,
good
right?
questions.
And then it's just
I don't know why he stopped saying them. He had some good
No.
stuff. He sent us to the group. Like, man, let's go. Smokey's on it today. I got you. I'm gonna just read.
because I read the questions, right, and then I turn it into what relates to the city.
I got you.
Because a lot of these questions can be related to something else. It's like off topic.
Mhm.
But no, as you're speaking, I'm just hearing it, and I start remembering what happened on Meet the Candidate, and one of my personal questions is you're going against Sam Machondo, and when people present themselves in the Meet the Candidate, they go with some type of history, so they try to convince people to vote for them. So you're going against Sam Machondo, who is, I believe he said he's a master's degree, and then you going against Kevin Duke, who's a 40. I guess he's been working for Coach Chevrolet for 47 years, something like that.
Yeah.
And I heard your candidate being here and learning from your dad for 16 years. My question is like running now for commissioner, right? I'm trying to, how can I put this question? Running for commissioner, man, I don't want to sound bad, but you weren't afraid going against them?
Intimidated.
Oh,
Yeah,
intimidated.
there you go.
Oh,
That's the
not-
word.
No, man. I mean, you know, everyone brings something to the table. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna deny that. That's you know, and it's interesting when you know you hear people's backgrounds and stories and things like that. But you know, I commend them for wanting to step in and run for the office. But I feel confident in what I know, what I've learned, that I could go out there and do a hell of a job there for the community, you know. And I might not have kind of a lot of the credentials or even experience, you know, that a lot of people have, but I think I just feel confident in, you know, what I know, and I plan on continuing to learn, you know, because once you get in there, it doesn't stop learning. Right. You know, there's always continuing education. You're always learning. There's always someone to learn from. There's always experiences that you know, that's always gonna shape you, you know, and I'm willing just to go in there and step in and you know, take advantage of that opportunity to learn and you know, educate myself more on that, you know.
And then You pretty much learned from one of the best. So you have 60 years working under
even
somebody
even though I always didn't want to, man. You know, he was always someone that, hey, you know, today you're gonna hear me. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's something that we, you know, if you knew my dad, that's how he was. He was gonna, you know, you're gonna listen to him for a little bit and just let him hold court. You know what I mean? Right. And sometimes, you know, you're like, man, like, you know, parale, you know, it's enough. But damn, you know, certain situations come up that it just kind of like triggers a memory of where he said like, hey, this is that. I'm like, dang, you know, this fool was right. You know what I mean? That's how you know, like, damn, you know.
That's what I catch myself telling my kids, like, hey, man, right now you're not going to listen, but when I'm not here, you're going to.
Nah, for sure. And that's, you know, and then I feel that's what we need to do. You know, everyone has their own certain knowledge on certain things that they like, that they want to be a part of. And shit, man, share that knowledge with people. You know, don't be scared. You know, like let's do it. You know, even though, I mean, you're not gonna know everything.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know, you might learn something in the process. You know, and just make yourself better and try to be a problem solver. You know what I mean? Not a problem. You know.
And don't feel like anything negative, because the way I see it is like, I want you people to see whoever watches. It's like, hey, vote for Tony because this is the reason why, right? That's what I want to, because I'm assuming when let's see if I was Sam Achondo and I went in there like, dang, I'm going against somebody who has 16-year experience being around his dad, right? So I'll be intimidated, right? Like, hey, no lo conocen, right?
What do you call that, man? When you work for somebody and you're kind of like not getting paid, but you're working with them?
Apprenticeship.
You're an intern for 16 years. You know,
man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's funny to put it that way, but it kind of is, and
bro.
Yeah, and just, I mean, a lot of thing too is just going in and just you'd be surprised approaching things with a positive attitude. Yeah. You know, of hey, man, like, it might not have gone the way I wanted it to this time, but, you know, I'm going to learn from it, and we're just going to take it as what it is, you know, as a learning experience, and just build from there, and just kind of move forward from that, and just kind of put that mental note and just tell yourself what I can do better in moving forward, you know, because we all have our bad days. It's not going to be perfect. You know, there's nothing is perfect. You know, the only thing perfect is God.
Right. You know, with the job quality, what it takes, you know what I mean, to do the job. So that's good, man. All that good experience you got from your dad. So
man, we had a couple. Like,
I'm blessed, man. I'm honestly really blessed that I was able to you know, learn from that. You know, not everyone gets to, you know, gets to hear that type of knowledge, or even being around a lot of people that do have a lot of knowledge, not just him, you know, and just being introduced to that. So it's really helpful, and I'm humbled by it, honestly, and blessed, and hopefully I can have the opportunity to kind of keep moving that thing forward.
Where'd you go to school at?
I went to school at Western New Mexico.
Western New Mexico? And you played football, right?
I played football there,
what position did you play?
Man, I played all through the offensive line. Okay. Like, if they needed a center, I played center. If I needed a guard. I was a tackle. I was probably the shortest tackle anywhere, wherever. Mm-hmm. Hey, wherever you can play, man. Yeah. That's where I looked at it. I wanted to get on the field. It's hard, but, you know, I try to get on the field as much as I can where they need it. Deep snapping, even like field goal team. Yeah. You know, whatever you can do. I even played a year at Saros, and I played there right tackle. So it's fun, man. It was a real fun experience. Did you go to
Western New Mexico first, and then
yeah. I went to Western New Mexico for 3 years, played there, and then I went to Saros and played there a year.
Heck yeah,
fun, man.
That's
had
cool.
a good time, man. Yeah. That's probably like the funnest time in your life, other than playing high school ball. You know, high school ball. So y'all know that shit. We had a good time.
Hey,
we did.
He's throwing you a hand. I play everywhere. So in other words, the commissioner, he done it. He will do it. He will do it.
Hey, I'm versatile, man. Let's go. I'm not scared to get my hand. I'm not scared to get my hands dirty. And it's being an offensive lineman. You kind of have that mentality. I'm gonna tell you why, because you put other people first before you.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Protect the quarterback.
That's the mentality that's the approach I'm gonna.
People in this case.
Yeah, that's the approach I'm gonna bring to being a commissioner. You know.
Yeah. Leadership.
There you go. Well,
Are we out of time or what?
No. We got 10 more minutes, but it's up to you. You want to?
No, yeah. I mean, I just like freestyling, man. Just
Yeah,
like,
that's
I
cool.
mean, I ain't
Yeah,
seen you
yeah.
since
Okay.
school,
I
and
know,
we
man.
we left, and then
Yeah, I mean, we get busy, man, from time to time,
Yeah.
and everyone has their family, have things
Yeah.
going on, and
Anything you got to
It's
tell
hard
the
to-
people, man?
This is your time.
Yeah, this is we can tell people.
Let them
whatever you
know
wanna say, whatever
why
you.
you.
I think I've said a
Everything.
lot, but I
No,
think I
You
think
finish
for
strong.
sure,
You'd be like,
man.
finish strong, and this is overtime. You're going to overtime. You're about to win this. Okay.
yeah, no. If I can say anything, it's from now up until March 3rd, exercise y'all's right to vote. That's y'all's American duty. That's part of what makes us Americans, and exercise your right to vote. Go out there. If you're a registered voter, take your time out of the day. They're open up till kind of late. It takes not even 10 minutes. Let's do it. Especially the younger generation. Sometimes we have a lot of stuff going on, but hey, you pass by the Civic Center all the time, go to Walmart. You see it open, go through there, and let's vote. If you're in Precinct 4, vote for me. Number 4 on your ballot, Tony C. Trujillo.
Okay.
Cool, I like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
heck yeah, man, that was quick.
If they want to reach out to you, they're able to reach out to you on social media. Or
Yeah,
maybe
social media is fine, man. Look me up. I'm not hard to find. My office is here also on Willow Street. You want to come over here. I'm usually here. I'm not hard to find. Also, I'm also the president of Pecos Little League. So
Okay.
if you want the opportunity to grow and keep playing, local youth sports, that's one thing that I like to be a part of. I like sports. I like competition. I like seeing kids get better, and I like seeing them have fun, especially in sports. You know what I mean? So if you want to sign up, there's still time to sign up. Go online, go to Facebook, check out the Pecos Little League Facebook page, find the link, get signed up, come out and have fun. We're going to be playing games at Chano Prieto, hit up the concession stand. Volunteers are needed also. Being a coach and being a volunteer is, you put yourself in the leadership role. You know what I mean? And you can get, you never know, you can go and help out, and you'll like it, and it's something you keep doing, and just keep up the tradition of the Little League here in town.
Exactly, man.
Yeah,
Pecos.
it's a good thing, man.
Yeah, I hear there's some big things going on with the sports out here. So
Yeah, I mean, we probably have the best facilities that you can have in a community this size. You know what I mean? We all gotta go. It's good for kids to go over there to take advantage of it, and just, you never know. You put in the hard work, you put in the effort, you have a positive mindset. Shoot, you can go play on the next level.
Sky's the limit.
I'm from here, man. I'm nothing special. I did. You know what I mean? I played at Pecos High School, and just made it work, and we went out there, and I think we did all right, Yeah, so it comes full circle, so.
Yeah, full circle, man. There you go. Pecos, you heard him. Now you know.
Anything else?
yeah, just make sure y'all get out and vote. It's too
Yes.
important. I mean, like you said, I don't know if you said it here, or if you said it when we were talking earlier, but can't be barking from the sidelines, right?
It's hard to, I mean, anyone can do that, anyone can bark from the sidelines, but it takes some guts to kind of go out there and put yourself out there. So I kind of commend other candidates that are out there running. It takes a lot. It takes a toll on your family and things like that too. So, but
Definitely.
come out and vote.
Come out and vote.
Yeah,
All the way
come
to
out and
March
vote.
3rd.
Yep, number 4 on your ballot.
Yes.
Tony C. Trujillo.
Tony
please.
Trujillo.
Let's go. Hey, I
Really-
like that, man. I mean, good stuff. I really appreciate your time,
Man,
man.
thank
you
y'all for
taking time
coming out, guys.
doing
Thank
this
y'all
with
for
us.
reaching out. This was fun, man. Thanks
was good.
thanks
I
thanks
like
for
it.
having me.
You
I
know
really
we have your
appreciate it.
sister too, huh?
Yeah.
Did you see it? Como que dijiste?
I
"Vete a la hermana,
I did better
vete a
than
la
her,
hermana."
man. But I know I did better than you. No, we're competitive like that, but it's all fun, you know.
Her name was La Mera Mera. Hey!
Yeah, no, my sister's a dog, man. She'll get after it too. She'll get after it, man. So it's she's
if you ever want to come,
she's
do
really
it
very
again,
good.
bro, like.
yeah, for
Next
sure.
time, just
No,
do
you
it,
let me
man.
know.
Also, invite everybody out there too that hasn't come on, man. Don't be afraid. It's just conversation.
Yeah, we're just talking, getting to know each other. I mean, like you said, what could have hurt?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
get
come
your
on and
voice
do it,
heard and
for sure.
we invite everybody.
Everybody.
Open invitations.
Be careful with Laura's curveball questions, okay? Just kidding. Be me. That's me.
Yeah, for sure.
Any parting words?
No, I think
You got it.
I think I've got it, man. I've said enough. Just go out there and vote, man. Yeah, go out and vote.
Okay.
Exercise your right.
Let's do it. I mean, I guess that's it then. I mean, unless you got something else, Smokey. I know you're looking at that screen like.
No, I was earlier, but no, you know what? A lot of them were not related
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
to Pecos.
No, I guess that's it. Then we're gonna go ahead and sign off here. Thanks for joining us on the Peachtree Podcast. It's your boy Pistol Pete.
Mr. Loa.
Tony T.
Smoky Lonjas.
He forgot his name. Turn off the mic.
Because he said Tony T. I'm about to say, man, this
I thought it was
big
big.
Smoky Lonjas. Later.
Peace. God bless.
See y'all later, guys.